Hello and welcome back to another video. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Teacher Natalie. I'm going to bring you a new video today. I've got a bit of an announcement to make. For those of you who follow my channel or have been watching some of my videos, I am an online tutor and I make videos about online teaching platforms. I've reviewed those online teaching platforms and basically I've been an online teacher for 3 years. I've absolutely loved it. I found the job during COVID when I basically was doing all this travel, came back to the UK, didn't have a job, couldn't work in hospitality, which is where I'd been before due to everything closing, so I turned to online teaching and I've just fallen into it and I've adored it. And I've shared my experiences with teaching platforms, the good and the bad. I'm finding at the moment I'm not where I want to be in life, and yeah, it's not to sound too negative, but the online teaching space is kind of dried up a little bit for me. And what I mean by that is that, I'm not so satisfied sitting in a bedroom for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week for 3 years. And that's what I've been doing for the past 3 years. I teach on 3 different platforms. I teach on Cambly, that's where my full-time income comes from, my main source of income. I teach on Amazing Talker. I've only just really started with them. I've been with them about 6 months now. Previously I'd been with Powfish, and then I started with AllSchool. I've got videos on AllSchool, Amazing Talker and Cambly, so check them out if you are interested in working for those companies. You do have to be a native. Well, you don't always have to be a native. It depends on what language you want to teach, but there are videos that I explain more about that, so check those out. But basically, I miss actually being in the workplace. I miss having colleagues, and I need some more inspiration. I'm not getting enough inspiration and enough job satisfaction. I'm also struggling to make a full-time income as an online teacher. It's a great job to do as a side hustle in your own time, away from your full-time job or part-time job that you have, but I've decided to go into the workplace, so this video is going to be me explaining about my teaching assistant application. Yeah, I'm going to become a teaching assistant. I'm going to apply to become a teaching assistant. I live in the UK, and in the UK it's pretty easy to become a teaching assistant. You have different levels. There's level 1, 2 and 3. I'm going in as a level 2. A level 3 teaching assistant, you have a lot more responsibility, you need to have a lot of experience working in a school, and you potentially need to take the class like a school teacher would. I don't have any experience in a school. I have worked with children online and I have worked with children in a summer camp, so I don't actually have any classroom-based experience at the moment, so I'm going to need to do that. I've applied for a college course in my city. They've acknowledged my application. They've asked me to attend an interview. I'll be paying for that tuition. It's not too expensive. It's going to be for a year and it's only literally a few hours a week. They require you to have at least a full day of up to 6 months voluntary experience, so I'll be able to do that alongside the course. So yeah, join me basically. It's going to be a journey about how I get on. I'm still going to be doing online teaching. I'm going to do that around my studies, so if you do have any questions about that, I'm still very much involved in that industry, so feel free to obviously message me. But I'm going to share my experiences becoming a teaching assistant. Yeah, it's been a job that I've been thinking about doing for a while. I enjoy teaching children. I don't want to have to go to university and study to be a school teacher. I don't want to have to run a class with 30 students and do all the lesson preps. You get a lot more money, but I don't really want that responsibility, at least not at this stage. Maybe it's something I could consider in the future. But right now I'm going to explain, even if you're considering a new career or you're thinking about maybe potentially working in a school, how you can go about that. And it depends where you're joining me from. If you're joining me from the US, if you're joining me from England, if you're joining me from India, it's going to be a little bit different. So this video is going to be based on the UK and what you have to do to become a teaching assistant in the UK. So I'm going to share the course, how I've contacted schools, and a bit more information about that. Okay, so here is my email that I received from the Derby College. They've given me 3 options: a level 2 award in support work in schools, level 2 certificate for teaching assistants, that's the one I will be applying for, and a level 3 diploma for teaching assistants. If you're interested in all 3, I can show you all these 3.
But let's go on to the actual course that I'm going to be applying for. So this is the Level 2 Certificate for Teaching Assistants. It's starting in February, which is perfect. So the location is the Roundhouse. It's for adult and community. It's a Level 2 course. There's the tuition fee. It's for 25 weeks, 3 hours. So it's very, very minimal. And there's the start date and the time as well. So it's Monday, 11:30 till 2:30. So who is this course for? If you want to pause this video so you can read all of this, then go ahead. But I'm just going to go through it quite quickly. There's the entry requirements. So you have to be over the age of 19, have a DBS check and achieve so much in terms of your academic background. You don't really need a lot of academic, skills or academic grades from school, but you do need to be working towards basic maths and English if you haven't achieved that at school. And then we'll go on to the other side. It'll tell you also what you'll need to bring with you. It doesn't say anything about that, okay? How you'll be assessed, where next, and obviously some contact information about the course if you did want to contact before applying. And if you're not just applying, obviously, at Derby College, because that's where I'm obviously located, there are colleges all over the country. And if you are abroad, there'll probably be something very similar. But obviously this video is based in the UK. It's about UK education, and obviously the Level 3 diploma is a lot higher, and again you'd need experience in a school, which I don't have, and it's a lot more responsibility. I'm actually hoping that if I was to work towards a Level 2 in a school, I could then be sponsored by my school. If I wanted to study for a Level 3 course, the school would probably fund that, so I wouldn't have to pay for it myself. But just to get there a little bit quicker, rather than just working for as a volunteer in a school and then waiting for them to offer me a Level 2 course, I'm going to go through college. And again, if you want to pause the video so you can look at obviously the entry requirements and more information about the Level 3 course, by all means do that. I find the information really helpful. It was easy to find. I actually just contacted the support team at the college, and they forwarded me with all the information, and then they forwarded me the actual applications for the college courses. So yeah, I've actually got an interview in 2 weeks' time, which I'm really excited about. And it'll be a wonderful flexible job for me to work alongside my online teaching job on Cambly, Amazing Talker and All School, and then be able to just study and work towards a qualification where I can work in a school. It gives me stability. I've got a set income every month coming in. If you haven't achieved, if you haven't got any experience or you haven't really got the grades at this moment, you can do a very basic course. It's for 2 years. So it runs not for 2 years, for 1 year, and it is just a first step onto the ladder for becoming a teaching assistant. So it just gives you like a little taster of what to expect. I don't really think it's necessary to do that course unless I probably didn't have any of the qualifications that I needed to get onto the course. Then I would do this course whilst I'm studying to gain and obtain GCSE or functional skills, which is the maths and English that you are required to have in order to be able to go on the course. So yeah, like I say, I'm really excited to become a teaching assistant or studying it. Keep updated. Hopefully I'll be posting updates on what my placements are like in school, what I find the course to be like, is it worth doing? This is also a school that I applied to, so obviously I need some voluntary experience in schools. So this is a school in my local area. This is Lawn Primary School. I'm just going to go onto their website and I'm just going to show you how I would contact potentially a head teacher or the admin to ask for some work experience. So you just find a school in your local area, go on the website, find contact, and then drop them a message basically. You probably can call. I'm going to email. I don't like putting too much pressure over phone calls. I'm not really one for talking on the phone. But I'll show you two examples of schools that I'm going to apply for. So this is Lawn Primary School. It's only up the road. I'm going to send them a message on the email, which you can see is here. So that's the head teacher. I'm probably going to send her a message. And there's also the admin at lawnprimary.derby.school.uk. So I'll probably send them a message via there as well. I like this school. It seems to have a good layout, good website. I like the look of it. So we will see if they get back to me. I will be messaging other schools. I'm obviously going to keep my options open. There's quite a lot of schools in the local area, so I think I'm going to apply to probably 4 or 5 schools just to wait to see if I get a response. I'm only required to work 1 full day in a school volunteering, so it's not much. I'll just show you the email that I did send, because obviously this video I've done the recording. Short and sweet. Good morning, Walter Evans. That was another school I applied for. I'm considering a teaching assistant, career as a teaching assistant, in the process of applying for level 2 college course. Would it be possible for me to gain some experience? And I'll forward that over, and I'm just going to edit out Walter Evans and put in Lawn, which is the school website that you've just seen. At this stage I've only applied for 2 and I'm waiting to hear back. So I'll probably give you an update in another video if I've been accepted to work in a school, and yeah, and what they said and what I'm expected and how I'm getting on. So then, I don't know whether there'll be a lot of gaps in the videos that I post, but yeah, definitely keep updated to see how I'm getting on. So there you have it. I'm going to call it voluntary work. And then I'm going to send that off, and we'll just have to wait and see whether I get a reply, whether they say yes, whether they say no. I will keep you guys updated. But yeah, very excited to be starting just a new journey. I definitely need something new. I need a regular income. My income's very up and down. You know, with working as an online tutor, one of the disadvantages of that job is that if you need to take some holiday or you're sick, you know, you need to cancel classes, you're not available, you're not getting paid, so you do lose a lot of money over that year. And it's just not sustainable for me. It's a great job to do as a side hustle. I don't knock online teaching. I absolutely love it. When you've got that set income coming in, you know, whether you're earning £1,000 or £2,000 a month, and you know you've got that coming in despite whether you're ill, it's a great safety net. So yeah, thank you for watching. Keep updated and speak to you guys soon. Bye.